Well, hello there my dear friends, welcome back to the Scott Reed project. Now today, another sausage making masterclass. Today we are going to be doing venison. We are going to be doing a venison and stout sausage. Perfect combo, absolutely beautiful. So spinning around the ingredients then, I have 2 pounds of venison. I've got slithers of haunch here. I've got 1.5 pounds of fatty pork. This is off the shoulder. I've got 2 ounces of sausage seasoning. Now the one I'm using is from Weschenfelder. Anybody out there, trust me, you will not get a finer sausage seasoning than this, and they do ship worldwide. That's Weschenfelder. I will put the email address in the comments. And then I've got 1/2 pound, 8 ounces of rusk, and then I just need some, I forgot the beer, the stout. I know just the place where we'll get some. A lovely little microbrewery in PERSHORE. Let's go and get it. I'll forget my balls if they weren't in a bag. It's weird, this is one of them situations when you pull up somewhere and I asked a guy where PERSHORE Brewery was and he just pointed, it's here. You can't always win. You know, I'm not a GPS. Right, let's go in. The rattling of bottles. And here we have, bless, Lizzie. Say hello, Lizzie.
Hello, Lizzie. How are you?
Right, I'm going to put the microphone on you and I want you to explain about your beautiful products.
Of course.
Okay, so I'm looking for a stout.
Okay.
So if I go handheld, show me what you've got.
Okay, so excuse the rawness of this, but we're in the middle of boxing everything up at the moment. This is our new stout. It's called the Black Screen of Death. It's part of our Digital Geek range.
That's right up my street.
Yep, this is in homage of Sean, because he's gone back to the world of work, back into the computer business. So we've done a range called the Digital Geek. So this is a really smooth, rich stout. So it's not harsh at all. It'll really complement a lot of the game that you pointed it on me. Yeah. So it'll complement a lot of the game, because whilst it's really strong in flavour, it's actually really smooth and really soft. We dry hop it, so only a small amount just to give it a small bit of aromatics, but it's full of flavour, full of chocolatiness, full of black malts and brown malts, so it's a really...
You're selling it, me.
It's beautiful, I tell you. I'm not a stout drinker, but I would drink this because it's absolutely gorgeous.
I'm loving the label as well.
They're cool, aren't they?
Really, really cool. So
yeah.
I said to you I want that for some venison sausages.
Yeah.
I also would like a nice bitter.
Right.
You've got one.
We've got a bitter. Let me just see if there's one in the cupboard. No, there isn't. So what we'll do is we'll open a box up for you.
Lovely.
We've got a Croft, which is our best bitter. Virgin on a pale ale, but it's got some really nice hops. Excuse me for getting on the floor.
Cool.
And what will this is also fantastic in a steak and ale pie. Yeah.
Along that line.
Absolutely.
May not be steak.
No. But this is what we use. I personally use it when I'm at home as well. It's got some really great bittering hops in it, so it's really fruity, really flavourful. It's a really nice amber bitter as well, so it's got some colour to it as well, which gives it some nice depth. So this would be perfect for what it is that you need.
Awesome. Right, can I just take some home now?
Of course you can. I'll give you a few to drink as well. That's all right.
So a nice little jolly to the local microbrewery owned by my friends Lizzie and Sean, and they've sent me packing quite literally, as you saw in that little video, with some of their beautiful, look at that, eh? Stout and bitter. That was that bitter, the Croft bitter Lizzie was telling us about, and what we are going to be using right up my street. Just check out that label. We are going to be using Black Screen of Death Stout. So, let's put them somewhere safe for later. Oh, that's good. That's really good. So, just to reiterate, 2 pounds of venison, 1.5 of pork, 2 ounces of the sausage seasoning, half of the rusk. Again, like I say in every video, if you can't get if you can't get rusk, I've already had a sip. I'll put the link in the description of my rusk making video. So now we need half a pint to start with of this wonderful stout. What a beautiful colour and a good head. We all like good head. Look at that. So what we need to do then, as per usual, it just seems a waste, doesn't it? Let's get a bit more in there. And a bit more in there. We need to mix our stout with our breadcrumbs. We need to mix our stout with our rusk. That just smells amazing. Oh, look at it. And get that on chill. In the meantime, we will whack this through the mincer after we've finished off that bottle. Oh, black screen of death. So we have just sent our pork and our venison through the mincer. As you can see, it's not mixed together yet. That's because what we need to do now is add in that rusk we soaked in that beautiful stout. But first, I'm going to add that beautiful seasoning from Westenfelder. I'm going to get that in. Just a preliminary mix, just until we can't see any more of that seasoning, and then we'll get it in the bowl with our beautiful stout soaked rusk. Give it a good mix, and then send it through the mincer head one more time. Like I said at the start, you will be hard pushed to find a better sausage seasoning than this from Westenfelder. Get in touch with the guys, they will look after you. That already just smells divine. I know I say that all the time. It's just wonderful. Right, bring on the rusk. So there's the rusk, soaked up all that lovely booze in with our meat. And again, it's a case of getting your hands in. Again, till you can't see any big pockets of rusk. And if it's a bit too thick or a bit too dry, what a shame, we got to add a bit more stout. Now, checking the consistency here, you can see that's quite dryish. It's not going to affect the sausages. The thing with rusk is, like I've said in many of the videos, it can take 3 times its weight in liquid. So that was half a pound of rusk. That will take 1.5 pounds in weight of whatever liquid you want to use. We used half a pound, so there's plenty more give left in that. So I will open up another bottle and give it a soak in. As you can see, that's loosened up absolutely perfect. Now is the time to get this through the mincer one more time. Smell as you go along. Oh my God. So that has been through the mincer a second time. All we need to do now is produce that beautiful bind. Again, it's just a hands-in job, and as before on my other videos, you will know when you've got the perfect bind, when it sticks to your hands. And as I always say, you know, this is where your texture comes from. So make sure you spend a bit of time just getting this right. You can see at the moment, you know, it's starting to tear, it's sticking, you know, look at it. And if you lift up a handful like that, as you can see, it's not falling off my hand, it's nice and sticky. That is perfect. So we will get that on chill and set up the sausage machine. Whew. Okay, so we've gone all posh on the SRP. We have now got a designated sausage making table. It's only took 7 years. So what we need to do then is obviously get that stouty, venison-y mix into our barrel, as always. Try and get the air out of it, so whack it in and then press down. Let's get that mix in. Fantastic colour from the venison and that stout. The smell is even better. You can hear the air in there. So what we'll do is we'll put it into the sausage stuffer. Now I'm just winding that mix through the nozzle till a little bit shows. Come on, you little beauty. There, take the pressure off. That is all the air out of the barrel. Okay, my friends, time to skin up. I am going to be using sheep's casing. Obviously, like I've said in my other videos, these are the thinner ones for the chipolata style. Now I've had these soaking in cold water overnight, and then I've just had them in some lukewarm water now, just so they're nice and soft. So just gently threading them on to the nozzle. And you want to work quick, especially if you're in quite a warm room, you know, you don't want these drying out on you. So by all means, you know, put less on the spool. But you can see they're lovely now and pliable to work with. So we push those to the end. I'm going to tie a knot in there like that, he says. Come on. Okay, so we've released the pressure in there. I'm just going to gently wind it on now, just until it starts to fill, as you can see there. And just with my hand, you can see my finger just covering the end of the nozzle. I'm going to start gently piping these through. Depending how thick they are, you can judge it. As you can see, they vary in thickness as they go along, so just adjust on the handle as you're doing it. So we just had a bit of a build up there of skin. As you can see, it's thicker, so I took the pressure off so it went thinner. Then when we tie it, it will fill that skin nicely. Very, very, very therapeutic. Now I'm going to stop there, take the pressure off. That gives us enough to tie. We skin up again. If I can find the end. It's amazing, isn't it? I bet I picked up the start of one end. Come on, you beauty. But you can see there how nice they are, ready to go, how pliable they are. They're see-through almost. Bit of a ball ache sometimes with these thin ones, getting them on the nozzle. So let's get my knife, give it a nice clean break. Yeah, baby. And again, just wind them on. Now I don't think there's much mixture left in this, so with these skins that are left, we dry them off, pack them in salt, put them in the fridge, and again they will keep for months. Just make sure you dry them in a little tub, put some salt on the bottom, put your skins in nice and dry, salt on top. Robert, your mother's brother. Right, tie. And wind it up. These are, as you can see, this is what happens, you know, these skins are never perfect. As you can see, these are wider, so you've got to put more of your mix in. You can see how big they become. But they'll all come right in the tie-in. I mean, that's a really big skin there. I think we're coming to the end of the mix. Yeah. So, just take that down there. We'll cut that off. And like I said, we got some decent skin there left. Take that pressure right off. Because the last thing we want is some rank old meat stuck in the middle of them. We will reuse those beauties. But now, we're on to my favourite part, the tying off. Make sure we're ready to go. That's where the intestine went bigger, as you saw. So just squeeze it along, but it'll all come right once we tie it. So usual practice then, measure off 3, depending how big you want them. I'm going to go like that. So 1 round through, and then we start the process. Bringing it up, measuring them off, twisting them. It's magic. I'm just going to go around there again, then to that one, give it a pinch, give it one of them, spin her around, and there we have our lovely venison and stout sausages tied. Okay then, so what we need to do with these then is get them in the chiller, give them a wipe over with a dry cloth, let the air get round them overnight so they bloom. By that I mean let all the flavours get to know each other. The skins will shrink round the meat and they will look absolutely perfect. I can actually smell the stout in that. I'm going to put these on chill. What a beautiful looking thing that is. I mean, I've made loads of these and it still excites me. I have really got to get out more. How cool is that? My own bottle opener. I guess it would be rude not to. 2, 3. Just look. Wow. Oh, they're good. You know what's coming. sausage, mustard and stout. Little slurp. Wow, there you have it, my beautiful venison and stout sausages. I just want to say thank you to Lizzie and Sean for the beautiful stout. Look what they made. It's a thing of beauty, man. Good old Coleman's. Right, I love you all, and I would love to stay and chat some more, but you know, this needs some attention. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen here today on the SRP, please click subscribe when my face comes up down in this corner. Oh look, meaty goodness. Also find me on my social media 2 pages, Facebook, Scott Ree, The Scott Ree Project, on my Twitter at The Scott Ree Project, on my Instagram on The Scott Ree Project, and also if you feel like sharing the love, check out my Patreon page. Right, I just got this. Please do check out the PERSHORE brewery page. I shall put the link in the description. But until next time, I'm going to go and take this away and have a few minutes on my own. You know the drill. Take care, my friends. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. Cheers all.